Welcome back to the channel. My name is TheKloudWiz and this is the Awesome series. Today, we are going to talk about Amazon Web Services, the leading cloud service provider in the market. But before that, we need to understand what a web service is. So a web service is any piece of software that makes itself available over the internet. So anything that you access over the internet, if it is a mobile application, if it is a game, it is a website, they are all web services. So just for a recap, let's go through the flow of how accessing a web service works like. So you have your client, it can be your mobile phone, it can be your laptop, and there is the internet, there is the web server, and then the service that they offer. So it could be an email service, it could be a streaming platform, it could be a search engine, or it could be a database, right? So first, you as a user will send a request. The message is sent through, or the request is sent through the internet to the web server. The web server is going to retrieve this information that you requested for from the web service. All right. So it could be an email, it could be a streaming platform, a search engine, or a database. Then the web server, upon getting the information from the web service, would then feedback the information through the internet and then respond to you, the client. So that is typically what goes on when you access anything over the internet. Having understood that, now let's look at who AWS is. So AWS was publicly launched in 2006 by Amazon. They are the world's leading cloud service provider, and they offer a comprehensive cloud platform that provides on-demand IT services, including compute, storage, databases, networking, and others all over the internet. Currently, they offer an extensive suite of 200 plus fully featured services, and it is delivered from a robust network of global data centers. Now, just a timeline of history for you to understand Amazon Web Services in perspective. It all started in the early 2000s when Amazon, the e-commerce platform, had challenges with scaling its infrastructure to meet growth in demand. To solve this, they built tools and systems to manage their computing resources more efficiently and launched internally in 2002. This allowed different teams to operate independently while maintaining a shared infrastructure. This was a major breakthrough in Amazon's ability to scale. In 2004, they now released Amazon SQS as their first infrastructure as a service. So Amazon SQS is the short form for Simple Queuing Service. We are going to explore this service in a later lecture. So in 2006, they now launched publicly with a service called S3 as well as EC2. S3 is the short form for Simple Storage Service, and EC2 is the short form for Elastic Compute Cloud. We are going to look at all these services in a later video. In 2010, they now migrated the entire e-commerce platform, that is Amazon, to Amazon Web Services. With S3 and EC2 already in existence, AWS was met with a lot of interest from startups and developers who, quickly saw the value in using cloud instead of investing heavily in physical infrastructure. This encouraged AWS to expand its offerings beyond just S3 and EC2. They introduced services for databases, content delivery, and security. In 2012, they had their first customer in Netflix, and then from there, they have become the global leader in the market. So that's basically a timeline of events from their early stages to where they are currently. Now, let's look at the service categories AWS offers. Think of AWS as a very big and well-organized supermarket. Now, in a typical supermarket, you're going to have an aisle that represents product categories. In AWS, you consider this as a service category, and each of them offer specialized set of tools and its functionalities. AWS offers services that include solutions for analytics, application integration, artificial intelligence, blockchain, business applications, cloud financial management, compute, contact center, containers, customer enablement, databases, developer tools, end user computing, front-end web and mobile development, games, Internet of Things, management and governance, media services, migration and modernization, networking and content delivery, quantum physics, satellites, security, identity and compliance, serverless computing, and storage. However, as far as this series is concerned, these are the service categories we are going to focus on. So for some, we'll reserve it for another series, but as far as the foundational certification or the foundational level of AWS requires you need to know the services that falls within these categories. So in later lectures, we are going to now explore the services under each service categories. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. In the next video, we are going to look at the AWS Global Network. We will understand the AWS Global Infrastructure and then explore each element of the global infrastructure and its uses. So if you found this video helpful, subscribe, like, share, and turn on notifications. The name is still TheKloudWiz, and I'll see you in the next one.